start. The guys are rolling out. Tyler Goodson, Kenny Moore, Daniel Scott, and Alec Pierce will not make it.
Did Alec have a setback, or did he?
Yeah, he just didn't clear. He wasn't, didn't make it. So.
He has a little history with concussions. Is there some concern there at all because of that, or?
I don't know. Like I said, I'll rely on him and the doctors as we go through, the weeks with these things. So.
Mm-hmm.
So you practiced yesterday, just felt bad after practice?
Yeah, it just didn't feel good. So. Didn't make it.
So Xavien obviously retired. So
Yeah.
Did you address that with the team? How did that go? What kind of how'd that?
Yeah, he came to us and just said, I'm going to retire. I want to spend more time with my family. And look, the guy had a hell of a career. Hats off to him. And I think with any of these things, I've been around that before, guys retiring. And sometimes when guys know, they know. And but I wish him all the best of luck, with his family and future and all the stuff. But hell of a player. Wish him all the best.
Is the plan for now to have Blackman start in that spot?
Yeah, we're working through all that. Yeah.
Will A.D. Mitchell play?
Working through that as well.
Shane, when you look at like what Brock Bowers, I know his stats might be up in there, but what does Brock Bowers mean to that football team?
A lot. I think he can do a lot of different things. Obviously, coming out of Georgia, he's explosive as a runner with the hands, with the ball in his hands, create the explosive plays. He can run the whole route tree. Just a dynamic player that creates a lot of open space for that offense. So just a lot of respect for him as a player.
Skill set similar to Tyler or not?
Yes and no. They're both dynamic players for sure. He can fly. I think he can really run. Bowers can go.
Did you think he was going to follow you a couple years ago?
What's that?
Did you think he was going to follow you a couple years ago?
He was, yeah, and then the Raiders took him. So,
right.
But we got Tyler, so we're happy.
Worked out.
Yeah.
Shane, before it was a Raiders town, it was a Rebels town out there. Just, looking back on maybe your time as a starting quarterback there, what did it mean for you to be the starting quarterback there? Maybe how did it help mold the direction and trajectory of your career is going?
Yeah, it's a great question. Obviously, really enjoyed my time in Vegas. Spent 8 years there, playing and then GAing and coaching there. Had a lot of fun experiences there. Met a lot of great people. I think everything happens for a reason. You meet certain people. I go to UNLV in Vegas, and I had a chance to meet Scott Turner, who was a quarterback there, who Norv was the head coach of the Raiders at the time. And so got a chance to meet him and, got my first opportunity in the league because of Norv Turner and meeting Scott there. So those relationships you build, it's just a small circle there. So just very grateful for my time there.
When you started out as a head coach, was Pete Carroll one of the guys you kind of looked at and, wondered like, okay, how has he done it so successfully for so long?
Yeah, for sure. I had a chance to sit down and talk to him my first year at the owners' meetings and just pick his brain about his journey and how he went about it. And just a tremendous respect for him and how he sees things and how he leads. So, yeah, just a ton of respect.
You want to be coaching when you're 74?
I don't know if I'm going to be coaching when I'm 74, but hats off to him. Doing it, still energy, great juice, just a ton of respect for him.
We saw Pitt pop up with the hamstring yesterday. Did that happen in practice?
Yeah, he just felt it a little bit, during practice, and so, but he's good now.
And then I guess how cautious do you have to be with that? Is that something you have to consider going into your game plan?
Yeah, you monitor it and you see how it goes and see how he feels going into Sunday.
Did you grow up a Raiders fan?
I didn't. I didn't really. I grew up with Raiders and the Niners there. I enjoyed watching players more than anything. I didn't have like a specific team, but if some superstar player was on TV, I was usually watching.
Who's your guy? Where's growing up then? If you just as a kid.
I don't know if I had a specific guy, but I enjoyed great quarterback play. A lot of guys in that era. John Elway was a guy that I loved watching play. Dan Marino was awesome. He was a stud. Obviously, Brady was doing it for so long, and then I got in the league. He's still playing. Ton of respect. Peyton Manning. All those guys that they're on top of the list, but they're fun to watch.
Is Mooney good?
Yeah, he should be good. Yeah.
Do you ever have a jersey?
I did not. I wasn't a jersey guy. For whatever reason, I wasn't a jersey guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if no Pierce and A.D. up in the air, would you have to call the whiteout then?
Yeah, we'd have to look into that. We'll see how it goes. Or are you going for it? Yeah.